Right now, we're all well aware of how important healthcare providers are. Right now, their training is crucial, but providing life-saving care is not new for them. Tonight, I'm sharing a story we shot before the pandemic. You will see people close to each other. It was okay then. It got pushed to the side given current events, but it's another example of how amazing doctors and nurses truly are. They wait for the elevator doors to open at Methodist Women's Hospital.
There you are. Okay, well.
Holy moly.
Hi. So good to see you. You look amazing.
Some of these people didn't know each other just months ago, but they shared an experience that will connect them forever.
Hello.
You okay? Every time I see you guys, I just cry.
These nurses met Kaylee and Michael Espy the day their baby boy, Shay, was born.
Dr. Hedrick even came in, she clapped her hands and she said, all right, let's have a baby today.
The birth, a scheduled C-section, went perfectly, but quickly things changed.
When they brought him over and showed him to her, I glanced at her and you could see that she was glossy, and at that very moment the anesthesiologist looked up and said, we have a huge problem.
Then she started seizing. That's when I think I called rapid response, and shortly following that she coded. Lots
of things that went on through my mind that, you know, you would of course think, you know, after seeing tubes in her mouth and her throat and all the doctors, am I going to be a single father? I mean, it's just all the stuff that you don't want to think about.
They rushed Kaylee to Methodist's main campus in Omaha. She was sedated and intubated.
My biggest fear, as I told him, I was like, is he going to even recognize me? I didn't get to see him for so long, but...
Yeah, it took 36 hours before she actually touched him and held him.
Unable to speak, she wrote notes. Check Shay, please. I want to go back. To those caring for her, thank you.
They cared more than their job, I feel like. They take their, their job not just seriously, but they're here for a reason. I mean, it takes special people to do that.
Kaylee's doctor thinks it was a very rare and typically deadly condition, an amniotic fluid embolism, but the diagnosis isn't certain.
Those kids and Mike, they needed their mom.
Absolutely.
And that's all I could think of was Kaylee needs to be home with her kids.
Patient, family, nurse, doctor. They all experienced some trauma that day.
Because seeing my littles and, him having to do that without me, scary.
But because they got through it together, their bond is strong and this family is whole.
To say that this isn't traumatic to those who provide care and that there isn't some trauma to us would be denying something. I'm not a superhero. I'm just a doc doing her thing every day to the best of my ability.
Love that picture. And she went on to say every physician she's met gives 110%. Again, that story was shot before the pandemic, and Methodist does now have policies in place to restrict visitors. We'll be right back.